Hi everyone. In the previous session, we have discussed a few problems are related to balance sheet. So on the same way, in this session, we will see some more questions are related to balance sheet. Let me know. First, we will discuss the question related to preparation of balance sheet. So the question was, from the following information, prepare balance sheet of Surya Limited. So this is what name of the company. In this company, they are giving some information, right? So that information for the year ending 31st March 2018. So all this is what information regarding 2018 year. So in this date we need to prepare balance sheet. We need to prepare balance sheet of Surya Limited. This balance sheet we need to prepare as per the Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. So for this preparation of balance sheet, they are giving some information. The information was equity share capital 2 lakhs rupees, 20 lakhs rupees, preference share capital 12 lakhs rupees, debenture redemption reserve. This is also one type of reserves 6 lakhs rupees, short term loan from Z Limited 4 lakhs rupees, public deposit 12 lakhs, outstanding expenses 3 lakhs, proposed dividend 5 lakhs rupees, inventories 14 lakhs rupees, plant and machinery 10 lakhs, land and building 20 lakhs, current investments 8 lakhs rupees and cash equivalents 10 lakhs rupees. This is what given information regarding preparation of balance sheet. For the preparation of balance sheet, first we will take name of the account. First we will take headline. The headline was balance sheet of Surya Limited. We are preparing Surya company balance sheet, right? That's why we need to write Surya Limited as on 31st March 2018. In this date, we need to prepare this balance sheet. Under the below, have to take three columns. The first column regarding particulars, second column for notes, and third column for amount. This is what format for the preparation of vertical balance sheet in the financial statements of a company. So under the below, so as a balance sheet means the first one we to take equity and liabilities. Under the equity and liabilities we can write different transactions. Namely we have three appropriate heads. The first one shareholder funds. For the shareholder funds, first one we need to write share capital. So as per the given information, they are given equity share capital as well as preference share capital. They are giving two types of capital sets. For the two types of capitals, now we need to apply one working note. Two or more transactions means on the time we need to apply working notes. For that working note, here notes to accounts. Under the below, just have that format like serial number, particulars, and amount columns. So in that particular column, the first is serial number 1, share capital. Now we need to find the value of total share capital. For that ascertaining total share capital, we need to add both the capitals, equity share capital as well as preference share capital. Both the values we need to write here. Total 20 lakhs plus total 12 lakhs. Total 32 lakhs. These 32 lakhs we can call as total share capital in the business organization. The first transaction we need to write share capital. For the share capital, in the amount column, you have to write 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs. This is what total share capital in the business. So in that note column, you have to write 1. This 1, we have prepared working note number 1. It gives complete and detailed information regarding this total balance of share capitals. So this is what first transaction. The next transaction. So as of now, we have completed first two transactions. The next one, debenture redemption reserves. So reserve is reserves and surplus, right? Debenture redemption reserve, this is also one type of reserves. These reserves we can call as reserves and surplus. Under that reserves and surplus we can record debenture redemption reserve. Directly we can record these transactions. The amounts are 6 lakhs rupees. So these are the two transactions are available for that shareholder funds. This is what two transactions. The next transaction, here short term loan from Z Limited. Short term loan, we are taking short term loans, right? So this is what related to short term borrowings. We are taking loans on the basis of short term, right? And the same way public deposits, total 12 lakhs rupees. Public deposit, these public deposits we can assume This is what payable within the 12 months period of time, right? So these are two transactions we can call as total short-term borrowings. Now we can apply one more working note. The second working note, short-term borrowings. Short-term borrowings under below, short-term loan from Z Limited. How much loan we are taking? Totally 4 lakhs rupees we are borrowed. The second one, public deposits 12 lakhs rupees. So here the public have deposited 12 lakhs rupees. These 12 lakh rupees we need to settle within the 12 months period of time. That's why this is what total short-term borrowings. These transactions we can record under the current liabilities. So we have applied note number 2 also. But as per the given information, there is no transactions are related to non-current liabilities. So a non-current liabilities means those liabilities are settled more than the 12 months period of time. So here long-term loans and borrowings, right? The second headline here, non-current liabilities. So here as per the given information, there is no transaction. So for non-current liabilities, you have to take small hyphen in the amount column. The third one, current liabilities. Under the current liabilities, already we are calculated short-term borrowings. In the short-term borrowings, note number 2, it gives total 16 lakhs rupees. So these 16 lakhs rupees we can call short-term borrowings. And the same thing in the question, they are given outstanding expenses. Here outstanding expenses, how much amount they are given here? Outstanding expenses 3 lakhs rupees they are given. And the same being proposed dividend also they given. Proposed dividend 5 lakhs rupees. Both are related to current liabilities. Now we can record these two transactions. Here other current liabilities. These outstanding expenses we can call as other current liabilities. The amounts are 3 lakhs rupees. The next one, proposed dividend is nothing but short-term provisions. These short-term provisions are 5 lakhs rupees. So this is what some information regarding preparation of equity and liabilities. Now we need to make total balance. So 32 lakhs plus 6 lakhs plus 16 lakhs plus 3 lakhs and 5 lakhs. You have to add all these values. The total balance 62 lakhs. These 62 lakhs we can call as total equity and liabilities. So these total equity and liabilities total 62 lakhs. As of now we have finished one part. The next in the second hand, now we need to apply second one, the second headline, assets. First of all here the assets we have two types, non-current assets and current assets. First now we need to apply non-current assets. So here under the non-current assets again we can record fixed assets, right? So in the fixed assets we have two types, namely tangible assets and intangible assets. But as per the given information, there is a few information regarding these tangible assets. Like here, tangible assets means plant and machinery as well as land and building. So there are two types of assets. Those assets which are easily transferable from person to another person. So there are two transactions are related to tangible assets. Now we need to apply a third working note. In this third working note it shows under the below plant and machinery value 10 lakhs rupees and the same being land and buildings are 20 lakhs. The total balance of tangible assets are 30 lakhs rupees. These 30 lakhs we can call total tangible assets. This is what working note number 3. So under the current assets again now we need to write some more transaction. So before the current assets, first you have to complete tangible assets. So in the total value of tangible assets are 30 lakhs rupees. In the note column you have to write working note number 3. So this is what information regarding non-current assets. The next one, current assets. This is what second type of asset. So under the current assets, the first one, current investment directly they given in the question. The current investments are 8 lakhs rupees. The next one, inventories. Inventories means nothing but stock. The stock value 14 lakhs rupees. And cash balance they given. Cash balance means nothing but cash and cash equivalents totally 10 lakhs rupees. So this is what some information regarding these assets. Now you have to make total balance of assets totally 62 lakhs. So always assets are equals to liabilities. Assets are equals to liabilities. So as per this question, whatever the information they given, all the information we are utilized for the preparation of balance sheet. Here inventory is already we are completed. Already we are recorded these inventory under the current assets. The next one, current investments also we are recorded. It name only shows like a current assets under we can record. Finally, cash equivalents. Cash equivalents means cash and cash equivalents totally 10 lakhs rupees. So whatever the information they given in the question, all the information optimally we are utilized for the preparation of these balance sheet. So for that these balance sheet we have 3 working notes. Working notes are must and should need to prepare at the time of preparation of balance sheet. So this is what solution regarding the preparation of balance sheet. In the next upcoming session, we will see some more questions related to this balance sheet. Thank you, students.